Section 4. Staying safe. Staying safe, protecting yourself while working as a private hire driver, is very important. This section will cover driver safety, drugs and alcohol, and how to minimize conflict. There are 4 topics in this section. 1. Driver safety. 2. Drugs and alcohol. 3. Reducing the risk of violence in a difficult situation. 4. CCTV cameras. Before we continue with this lesson, we would like to invite you to download our SERU Prep app for both Android and iOS. Topic 1. Driver safety. If a passenger in your vehicle becomes angry or violent, then you have the right to say that you will not accept such behavior, or if that fails, and it is safe to do so, you can ask them to leave. Angry and violent behavior at work is never acceptable, and you should not allow it for any reason. Any offensive or violent behavior towards you because of your race, faith, sexual orientation, disability, or gender identity is a hate crime. If you experience or witness this type of behavior, TfL urges you to report it to the police so action can be taken against the offender. Reports should be done as soon as possible to the police by calling 101, or if it is an emergency, then you can call 999. Protecting yourself. To protect yourself as a driver and be able to provide a safe journey for your passengers, you should consider the following. Speak to your operator and find out how they can help protect you from the possibility of aggressive or violent passengers. Make sure your operator has given you booking details, such as passenger's name, pickup location, and destination. Before a passenger gets into your vehicle, double-check their name and destination. This makes sure the passenger doesn't get into the wrong vehicle. Keeping the passenger updated with the route you are taking, how long it may take, what the destination is, and what fare was agreed. Letting your operator know about any changes to the booking, after which your operator must update the fare with the passenger. You can also carry a lone worker device. You can check if your operator can provide you with one. Making sure you take these extra steps should normally reduce the risk of any disagreements. If a passenger does get aggressive or violent, you should let your operator know immediately and give them the passenger's full name and address if you know it. However, in an emergency, always call the police on 999. There are warning signs you can look out for when someone is becoming more angry or upset. Here are some of these signs: tapping their fingers, crossed arms, hands held tightly in fists, aggressive staring, a raised voice, an angry expression, a sudden change in behavior, a change to the voice. You should, of course, trust your own feelings in each situation and never ignore these signs. If you feel concerned, act immediately. The earlier you notice a possible problem, the more choices you have to avoid it. Topic 2. Drugs and alcohol. The use of drugs and alcohol affects the ability to think or communicate clearly, and this can also lead to a person becoming aggressive and difficult to predict. You, as a private hire driver, should have the ability to judge the passenger's physical and mental condition when you pick them up. If you have any concerns at this point, you should contact your operator. Also note that your operator may pre-warn you if a passenger either sounded drunk or under the influence of drugs when they took the booking. If a passenger cannot communicate clearly to confirm their destination or is unable to walk because of drink or drugs, you have the right to refuse to take them in your vehicle. You can do this because you cannot be sure that they have given you the correct address or that they will be able to get out of your vehicle without help. There are alternatives you can take to get the destination information. You can, if possible, insist that a friend of the passengers comes with them in the vehicle, or ask to speak to a friend or family of the customer by telephone to confirm the destination. In any circumstances where a passenger is unconscious, extremely unwell, or seems to be injured, or in an emergency, and there is no one else to help them, call the emergency services on 999 and stay with them until the services arrive. If the passenger is being aggressive or violent, move somewhere that is safe for you, but where you can still see the person until the emergency services arrive. Always think about your personal safety first and do not put yourself at risk. Topic 3. Reducing the risk of violence in a difficult situation. There are a few good ways to reduce the chance of someone being violent or aggressive towards you as a private hire driver. Here are some of the ways. Speak calmly and not raising your voice. Listening to what a person is saying without interrupting them. Responding to the person's concerns. Asking questions. Explaining things to them without getting argumentative. Having a pre-planned way to excuse yourself from a difficult situation. This can be by explaining that you can't help them, but perhaps someone at the destination you're taking them to can help with. Explaining procedures for dealing with unacceptable behavior. For example, you will have to stop the vehicle and possibly call the police unless they stop being aggressive or violent. If you cannot reduce the risk of violence, as this isn't always possible, you can take the following steps. Get yourself away from the aggressive person and exit the situation. If necessary, find a safe place to stop your vehicle, turn off the engine, take the keys, and then get out of the vehicle. If the passenger is planning to attack you, they may jump out of the vehicle too, at which point you can jump back in and lock the doors, and then drive away if it is safe to do so. Consider using a lone worker device to let someone know that you need help. If an incident with someone happens while you are away from your vehicle, get to your vehicle when possible and try to take time to calm down before you drive off. After an incident occurs, you should do the following. Try to talk about what happened with a friend, colleague, or operator. Find out if any support is available. TfL offer a range of health and well-being advice on their website. Always report the incident to help avoid it happening in the future. What to do if you are attacked or assaulted. It's important that you are aware of what help is available and where you can get it from if the unfortunate happens and you get attacked or assaulted. A good first place to start is with your operator. Find out their reporting procedures and if they have things in place to offer you help after such an incident. Always let your operator know if you have been a victim of an attack or assault. And if necessary, you can also let the police know, as well as any other emergency services involved. It is important to record and report incidents that almost happened, as well as ones that actually did happen. When you are recording an incident, try and include the following details. When and where the incident happened. Information about the attacker, for example, name, address, description of clothing, age, gender, etc. For where the attacker was one of your passengers or not. Brief description of the incident. Anything that might have caused the incident. Details of any witnesses. Type of incident. Was it verbal threat, physical assault, or a written threat, etc. Description of any injuries you may have incurred. Account of the immediate action that was taken. Topic 4. CCTV cameras. TfL Private Hire drivers can take the safety of their passengers and themselves to another level by installing CCTV cameras in their vehicle. Having CCTV cameras can help reduce threats and violence against drivers. If you have installed CCTV in your PHV, you will need to have signs in the vehicle informing passengers that CCTV is used. Drivers can either buy or rent CCTV cameras for their vehicle. There may be an added benefit to your insurance premium for having CCTV cameras on your vehicle. This is because a video recording can be useful evidence when there is a dispute with a passenger. The Information Commissioner's CCTV Code of Practice requires that signage must be displayed where CCTV is in operation. Therefore, it's also a TfL requirement that drivers who have fitted CCTV systems to display the sign shown below somewhere that is easy for passengers to see. The vehicle owner can decide where to put this signage, but it must be displayed somewhere that it does not block the driver's view. It must also be as visible as possible to passengers as they enter the vehicle and while they are traveling in it.